Okay, to save time, what I have done is I have already made some part of the program that we have already discussed in our earlier lectures. For example, I have put this, the magic stick will appear. I have put this statement and this sound, the magic spell, and again disappear and the sound. Another thing that I have done is I have asked for a user input, how many sides you want. So this is the first step. The question will be asked and the user will enter the number of sides. Now another thing that I have done is I have created a variable. After going into variable here, the variable name is angle of rotation and you can see it here. Right now it is showing 0 because I have not run the program yet. Now what we want to do next is we want to first ask the user. So we have asked the user for number of sides, and whatever sides the user enters, the loop will repeat by that number of sides, right? So we will go here in the sensing, and in the answer area we will put this here. So the user has entered, say for example 4 sides, so the repeat loop will repeat by 4 times. Now what about the angle of rotation? We must do something with the angle of rotation also. So we had already learned that there is a simple formula, angle of rotation is equal to 360 by number of sides. So we will put this formula here, and the way we put this formula is using operators. So here you can see we have plus, minus, multiply and divide. So we will use the division function. We will click here and drag it inside this. Okay. And with how many degrees? With 360 degrees, we will divide what? We will divide the answer, number of sides. So number of sides is stored in answer. So this is how it can be easily done. So this is the program that we wanted to write. Now let's run it. It is asking for how many sides. Let's say enter 4. So it has drawn a very small square because we have put 20 steps only. So you can change the program the way you like. Now the next thing is you must be asking why we created this variable. We created this variable because we can store the angle of rotation in this variable. How? So instead of doing all the calculation inside this, we can do the calculation here also before starting this program. So if I go to variables, and if I go to set angle of rotation, so at the start of the program it will be 0, and then after the user enters the number of sides, we can calculate here. So what will the angle of rotation? It will be this one. Now we have got the angle of rotation, and here we will put the variable value. So it will become very simple. So number of sides and angle of rotation. So it makes the program very clear and everybody can understand what is happening. So with this, what happens, if you see the program after few months also, you will immediately understand, okay, first I have done the calculation, angle of rotation, and then I have used this angle of rotation here and the number of sides here. So it becomes very easy to understand. So if we now run the program, and we enter 5. So here angle of rotation is 72 degrees and you can see it has drawn the pentagon. So this was all about drawing shapes. Now we will move on to a very interesting lecture and we will try another new thing to draw these shapes. So see you in the next lecture. Thank you.